Okay, so that's the first time I'm gonna do a Q&A for Shred live. I mean, I'm not expecting any visitors because I haven't announced that. And I have a cat sleeping in my laps now, so hence the position of my laptop. But I will go through the questions. I just want to make sure that you can all hear me. Okay, I hope you can hear me. Um, we'll see. Anyway, so first on the also, well done everyone. I had more responses this week than previous week, which is amazing. You know, that's what I want to see. It's okay. And yeah, let me just go for the any ideas. Okay, so no, social life and shred tips for enjoying both. Absolutely. So first tip is to make a plan for how you want to enjoy it. You know, how many social activities you have coming up, and then you can roughly plan at least, you know, what are you going to drink. If you're going to have a gin tonic, obviously you can have more. If you're going to have beer, there's a more sort of per sort of volume, you'll have a bit more calories. And also what you want to eat, you know, if you can plan that, if you can look at the menu. um, you can also bank calories, so you can have less calories a couple of days before, and then or on a day, to then enjoy it. But yeah, it's about having a plan so you enjoy yourself, you are present in the moment, rather than having a mode that you go, oh fuck it, I'm just gonna have whatever, and then regret it the next day, and then say you fallen off the wagon, right? So, you know, most important thing, if you have something sporadically, the easiest way is just to act normal, right? So you enjoy yourself, then you go back to eating as you normally are, because you know, things will go back to normal. You will lose the water, and it's all going to be fine. However, if you have more activities planned, then it's good to have some sort of plan, or at least maybe some sort of set of behaviors that you are planning to do to make it successful. Next one, finding workouts harder and I feel a bit weaker than in week one. Is this normal? I reduce calorie intake by 100 a day. At around at the same time, diet is okay. Still struggle with protein carb balance, but meeting calorie target per day and have lost. Okay, that's wow. That's, I mean, per week you're losing between 0.7 and 1.1 kilo a week. If I'll continue doing what I'm doing, will strength normalize or decline further? Well, there's an interesting question. So sometimes if you're losing too much muscle, let's say if your protein isn't as high as it sort of, you know, I would say for when you're dieting, 1.8 grams per kilogram of your body should, like that's why I recommend 2 grams, should be like that sort of norm to minimize loss of muscle. You just may experience some strength losses, and you know that should normalize. But also, are you still applying the same mental intensity or presence into your workouts? Are you still wanting to lift more, or are you sort of feeling, you know, "Ugh, I just don't feel I have the energy, so I'll go easier"? Because sometimes one thing can sort of feed into another. But strength should normalize, but also look at eating a bit more protein, because I see that's still tips. Any tips for next couple of weeks to really shift a few extra kilos? Okay, that's, you know, I would say again, just simply to shift extra kilos. You know, you want to lose a bit more water, so dropping the carbs a bit, so we have less sort of water and drawn to digest the carbs. And you know, it won't be fat, but you will lose weight. You will lose the few kilos. Increase your water intake. Reduce snacking completely. Just stick to main meals. Bump up the protein, bump up the protein, and bump up the steps. So that will be everything you're doing at the moment. Just do it better. I wouldn't say workouts won't matter if you do more or less workouts. You can do less. You know what I mean? But do more steps, eat more protein, drink more water, snack less, have a bit less carbs. Thank you. So pleased with the result. Excellent. Well done. Is it possible to have too much protein in your diet? Great question. No. Studies are done on something like 3 grams per kilogram of your body weight. And if you don't have any issues with your health, with your kidneys, there's no issues with health wise. So yeah, you can't have too much protein in the sort of during the shred. I mean, you can, but I don't think you will realistically achieve it. Homemade recipes, things thrown together, especially in the house with kids, are difficult to track. Any tips? Absolutely, I do empathize with that. Yeah, if you have homemade recipes and if it's something that you repeat, I would just track it once and save it as a meal so you can reuse it. Um, and then obviously, another thing, I wouldn't track everything. So I wouldn't track, fibrous vegetables. I wouldn't go for like tomatoes or cucumbers. I would literally just track how much rice I had, how much chicken I had, how much butternut squash I had. So things that are slightly more calorie dense. Um, Especially in a house with kids. Is that because you finish your kids' food or like what? I'm not sure why the kids part plays in that, but if it's because you finish your kids' food, obviously the easiest way would be not to finish your kids' food. But is it how you then track for yourself? You can track everything, the whole batch, and just you can roughly had a sixth of it or a fourth of it if you're a family of four, and you'll finish it. So it is eyeballing a bit. It is it's not going to be 100% consistent, accurate. Sorry, but it's about the consistency of that. Um, and then another one, I ate less calories, but my weight has plateaued after 3 weeks of weight loss. I heard your answer from last week. It could be the water weight. Should I increase my protein and make sure I hit targets? Yeah, I mean, that always helps. I would have to see your that was Jess, I think. I would have to see your um form to see, what you need to do. But I would say just guide yourself by the form, by your tracker. So if your tracker you're losing less than half or 1% of body weight per week, I would just drop the calories by 100 calories at least. I would take it away either 25 grams from carbs or 11 grams from fats. These are all the questions. You are absolutely smashing it. I feel this week has been way, way better than the week 3. And we have another week, a couple of weeks to go. So well done, everyone. And yeah, see you soon.